So I said, in the English language, there is a word which is called a homonym. And there is a word which is called a homophone. A homonym is a word, one word with different meanings. Same spelling, but two different meanings. Like lead. There's a metal called lead, and I can say, lead me, please. It's a homonym. So the same thing with wine. When we are talking about wine, we are not just talking about something which is like alcohol. No, it has got many branches. So let us look in Genesis chapter 40. I want to show you something in Genesis chapter 40. This is the story of Joseph and a butler. Read for me Genesis chapter 40, verse 9. Somebody, please. Genesis 40, verse 9.
And the chief butler told his dream to Joseph, and said to him, in my dream, behold, a vine was before me. And in the vine were 3 branches, and it was as though it budded, and the blossoms shot forth, and the clusters thereof brought forth ripe grapes.
Do you see? Talking to Joseph, he has explained the dream to Joseph, and he says, I saw in my dream a cluster of grapes. And as I saw these grapes, I started crushing them into the king's cup, and he was drinking. Do you think that man was drinking juice or he was drinking alcohol? Crush grapes, put them in a cup, and give them to somebody to drink. What do you think he was drinking? He was drinking juice. So in the Bible, when we are talking of wine, we are not only talking about alcohol. Yes, alcohol is also under the word wine, but it's another aspect of wine. So that's why you say that when you read the scriptures, you see that the Bible puts wine in a very positive way and in a negative way. In Proverbs chapter 23, verse 29, don't go there. It says, don't look at the wine when it is red, when it is moving itself, when it is shaking. Why? He is saying there is a state of wine or there is a state of grapes which you must not look at. Do you know that there is a process called distillation? How do they make grapes or how do they make wine? Do you know if you go to Cape Town, I've been to Cape Town, there is a route which is called the wine route. They will be selling you big green grapes. You just crush them there and you have grape juice. And in the same juice, you can ferment it and you can put it in a container for 2 weeks. What comes there is dangerous. Why? The state of the grape is still wine. Whether it is strong, whether it is weak. So when it is weak, we call it juice. When it is strong, we call it alcohol. But it is still wine. I want to show you something. Go to the book of the Song of Solomon, chapter 8. I want to show you something about wine. Let me put it this way. Let me put my head on the block and say wine is juice according to the Bible. I will show you from the scriptures. Song of Solomon, chapter 8. Let me read it for myself. Song of Solomon. Chapter 8, verse 2. Okay, let me read from verse 1. Chapter 8, verse 1. Oh, that you were as my brother, that sucked the breast of my mother. When I should find you without, I would kiss you and I should not be despised. I will lead you and bring you to my mother's house. Who would instruct me? I would cause you to drink of spiced wine, of the juice of the pomegranate. Do you see that? The juice of the what? The juice of the what? Pomegranate. It's called the what? Wine of the juice of the pomegranate. So do you see that we have 3 words here? Wine, juice, pomegranate. And all these things, they are under one subject, the word wine. You distill those and you keep them in a warm environment and they ferment, you get alcohol. You just distill them 2 minutes after crushing them from a pomegranate. You have orange juice. You have juice. Do you know that when I was growing up in Africa, there is a wild fruit. It's not very popular in the parts of this world, of the Western world. But in my country, in Zimbabwe, in the rural areas, it's very common. It is green. You know, when it's ripe, it has got very hard green fruits. And then when they are ripe, they are yellow. I only know them in my Shona language and the Ndebele language. We used to call them amakanu or mapfura. You know what you do? You take those green things, you crush them out, and then immediately sweet juice comes out, and you drink and you are happy. And you take the same fruit umkanu and you crush it, and then you distill the juice, and then after 2 weeks you have what is called the kachasu tototo. You just smell it and you're already drunk by just smelling it, because it's very powerful. It's like vodka, but it's the same product. Why? The time. Are we together? So now when we are talking about wine, the Bible makes a difference that there is a strong wine and there is new wine. New wine, crush your grapes, put them in a cup and drink orange juice. And then strong wine, crush the same grapes, keep them in a one place for weeks or for days. You have a strong fermented drink. You can even mix it with some other products or some chemicals, and you have different types of what? Of strong drinks. These are what the Bible teaches, brothers. That don't put your what? Your energy on strong drink. Something which has been distilled and has fermented, and it can intoxicate you, it can cause you to be drunk. Don't put your eyes on it. So what am I trying to show you? I am trying to show you that in the scriptures, wine can be juice and wine can be alcohol. Genesis 40, the butler used to have fresh orange or grape juice straight from the tree. And in Song of Solomon, we see a boy who is promising his friend, says, I would take you to my mother where you would have the juice from the pomegranate. And then now, there are verses now which deal with the strong drink. Deborah, read for us, please, one of the verses. Can you read for us, please? The verses which take wine in a negative way in the scriptures, and then compared to the ones which talk of wine in a positive way. So are we saying, the Bible says, don't drink a wine, and then it also says, drink it. So are we saying the Bible is contradicting itself? No! That's not what we are saying. Let's go ahead.
Proverbs 20 verse 1.
Proverbs 20 verse 1. Can you read for us?
Wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. Listen!
Wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived. So do you say that wine can deceive you? Do you mean to tell me that if you crush these grapes and you have orange juice, you are deceived? Are you telling me that? Is that the case? No. Strong drink coming from this, after you ferment these and you keep them in one place for more than a week, you have strong drink which can mock you, which can deceive you. Let's go ahead. Can you read it again? Another verse. The next verse. So we saw in Proverbs chapter 20, verse 1, that wine can mock you. You know, a wise man said, alcohol has many defenders, but alcohol has no defense. You know what that means? There are so many people who defend the consumption of alcohol. And the same people, some of them are divorced because of alcohol. Some of them have had accidents because of alcohol. Some of them are sick because of alcohol. And some of them are suffering because of alcohol. But still they defend it when it can't defend them. Why? Don't be deceived by strong drink. Proverbs 20 verse 1. Can you read for us another verse?
In mine ears.
What verse is that?
Isaiah 5 verse 9 to 12.
Isaiah 5 verses 9 to 12. Read for us.
In mine ears, said the Lord of hosts, of a truth many houses shall be desolate, even great and fair, without inhabitant. Yes, 10 acres of vineyard shall yield one bath, and the seed of an homer shall yield an ephah. Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink,
Listen!
that continue until night, till wine inflame them.
You know, woe to them which rise up in the morning and follow alcohol or strong drink until it's night. You know, where I grew up in the reserves of Merengwa, they used to brew a certain type of beer called 7 days. There was a gentleman who was always waking up for beer. He was so thin that you could say that this man does not look healthy. Why? He didn't eat food. He didn't have bread or the normal food which we had. All he had was what? Alcohol. Why? Because he was waking up in the morning, alcohol, in the evening, alcohol, and at night, alcohol. That's not orange juice. We are talking of a fermented drink, strong drink. So now, we have seen 2 verses. Isaiah chapter 5 and Proverbs chapter 20. They talk of wine in a negative way, isn't it? And then now we want to look at 2 verses which talk of wine in a positive way. Can you read for us, sister?
Go thy way.
What verse is that?
Excellences.
Exodus. Ecclesiastes.
Yeah.
Okay, Ecclesiastes.
Chapter 9, verse 7.
Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 7. Read for us, sister.
Go thy way, eat bread with joy, and drink thy wine with amazement.
Listen to this. Go your way and eat your bread with joy and drink your wine with what?
A merry heart.
A merry heart. Do you see? Now, how many of you know that it's not possible to mix bread and alcohol? How many of you, you know of a drunkard, and they are serious drunkards? Have you ever seen them taking bread and alcohol at the same time? No. If you go to somebody who really is a drunkard and you offer them drink and they are having their drink, they will hit you. They don't want it. Go to a pub and somebody is busy taking their beer and give them bread and see how they react. This verse is showing us the other type of what? Of wine which can be consumed with the bread. It can be orange juice. It can be Oros. It can be mango juice. It can be Fanta. It can be Coca-Cola. But it's a juice you can have with what? With the bread. So in a nutshell, what I'm trying to show you, I'm trying to show you that wine is a what? Is a word which can cater for many uses. You can have wine as in alcohol and God does not like it. And you can have wine as in orange juice and God likes it. Once you have wine as a Christian, you know the Bible says wine will give you a merry what? A merry heart. Some of us who don't drink beer, when we go to a party and we are given Coca-Cola, we are happy. Why? We are not happy because we take alcohol. We are happy because of Coca-Cola. We are merry because it's a function where it's a wedding party, we get Coca-Cola and we are happy. Do you think we are not happy because we don't have alcohol? No ways. Why? There is wine which God does not want when it's alcoholic. And there is wine which God likes when it's a juice. I've shown you from Genesis chapter 40, the butler, fresh wine. I've shown you from the Song of Solomon, a young man saying wine of the pomegranate with its juice. I've shown you. So the last verse which I want to show you today, I want to show you that when you are a child of God, you are not limited to drinking beer. Your joy does not come from alcohol. Your joy comes from the word of God. Your joy comes from God. When you are going to an event, you are just fulfilling the joy which you have. And when you are having Coca-Cola, you have joy. Read the last verse you read for us.
1 Corinthians 10.
1 Corinthians chapter
10.
Verse
31.
31. Can you read for us, my dear?
Whether therefore eat or drink or whosoever you do, do it all to the glory of God.
Whether you are eating, whether you are drinking, do it to the glory of God. You cannot glorify God by being a drunkard. The Bible says the drunkards in Galatians chapter 5 will not inherit the kingdom of God. Read from verse 18 to verse 20. You will see that the drunkards are not going to heaven. God cannot contradict himself. So what I'm trying to show you about the word wine, I have shown you the word prophecy, I have shown you the red wine. All I was trying to show you, I was just trying to show you that Proverbs is very broad. It's a mother who is telling their son, don't chase after prostitutes. Don't chase after alcohol. Don't chase after that which destroys kings. Don't chase after vanity. That's prophecy. Thank you.